Hello, welcome. And if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or X, you're at Port City Uncensored. Whoops, I fucked up. Here we go, in the scene. Yeah, we want to take a look at a little video here. I'm going to pay a little visit to the Public Defender's Office here in Stockton.
Okay. You work for the public. Aren't you supposed to supply your name when we ask you for your name?
Well, if I can help you with something, if you're a client.
Yeah, for now, your name. And that way I have documented who I spoke with. And in a bit, I'm going to get some documents from you guys. But one of the things I need is your name. I don't understand why that's so hard.
Okay, my name.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Why is that hard like that, ladies and gentlemen? I don't understand. Like, can I have your name? Yeah, my name's such and such. No big deal. Like, you work for the public. That's how you're supposed to act and react. Oh, that lady just straight wigged out like nothing for nothing. Huh?
If you do not have business in this office, I'm going to have to ask you to wait.
Well, again, I told you I do have business in this office.
And what is the business?
I think I explained it to you already.
Can you repeat what you have with the business?
I explained it to you. Do you not remember it, or?
Can you repeat it, please?
No, I'm not going to repeat it. I've already explained it to you.
I'm gonna ask security to come over here because you're not identifying yourself. You're not saying what department.
Ma'am, did you ask me to identify myself?
Okay, what was your name? Yeah, I did ask.
No, you did not. No, you didn't.
What is your name?
My name is Jay. I don't work for a department. I don't work for this building or this
I
office.
asked you how I could help you. You said there was no way that you could. There's nothing I could do right now.
Right now. So
So
that means later in a bit there will be something, right?
no. So
No? Why do you get to decide that I don't have business later because I don't want the help right now or need the Because that's her boss, and she obviously acts like that. So again, I need both of their names, and I have yours, so I can file a complaint. Excuse me. See, this is the dumb shit that people do, bro. Like, people should know better than this. Our workers that are here working for us should know better than this. Like, period.
Here's my card.
This is your card?
File a complaint, go ahead and file it through me.
Yeah, okay, well, I need their names so I can file a complaint.
File it to me.
How do I file a complaint without the names of the people I'm complaining on? Your name is, I don't have a complaint for you, I have a complaint for them. What?
Allow our county council to look at it.
What is it?
Just air your complaint
Right.
to me.
With the names of the individuals I'm complaining about, right?
Okay, can you describe them?
They're sitting right in front of you.
Okay, you can describe them then. And you have it on tape.
And you can give their
Those
name.
two individuals.
And you can give their name as well. Actually, you're supposed to. It's part of your policy to identify to the public when you guys are dealing with us. Real simple.
Okay, so I just handed you my card, just air your complaint, send it to me.
Right. And so once I get their names, I'll file the complaint. Or if you want, I'll do a public records request and I'll get all your guys' info. Would you like me to do that? Okay, let's file a public records request then.
Yeah, just give me my card.
Right. And I can do it here in person in writing. Look fucking law up. Or get out a pen and paper. These people, I swear, man, this is the most ignorance I've dealt with in a long time. Let's stop with the ignorance and take my records request. You guys are legally obligated to do so. You caused all this over a camera, Courtney. That's ridiculous. Ignorance. No, I swear, ladies and gentlemen, this is so ignorant. Look at this. Let's take care of that. I'm first. I was here first.
And I'm asking you to have a seat. I will be right with you.
And I'm saying I'm here, ready to go, to do the records request.
If you can just.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Please.
This is fucking ridiculous. Okay, so now, instead of helping me, she's gonna go help him. I'm first in line. I was here, ready to go. Okay, I've been here for 40 minutes now, ladies and gentlemen. 40 minutes I've been here. And again, look, she's helping somebody else instead of helping the person who was here first, who should have been helped. And this lady is why those other girls act this way. Because she's their boss and she acts this way. To file my records request. Yep, got him.
You need to stop doing that.
You need to take my records request so I can leave.
Confidentiality.
It's out in the open. Don't put it in the open. What you need to do is take my records request so I can be on my way.
Cameras are trying to record people's confidentiality. You know how wrong that is.
You're leaving it out in the open.
Doesn't matter.
Do you know why I'm taking a picture of it? So I can point out to this office that you guys are leaving stuff in the open like it's not supposed to be.
Your attitude, sir.
It doesn't matter. There has been no attitude. You guys started this problem. Look at what you're doing. You're refusing to help me. You're talking over me. You're just talking while I talk. It's crazy.
You are doing the same thing.
I'm talking and then you begin to speak. That's not doing the same thing. So I need records requests. You just don't know what you're talking
I
about.
can't help you because you don't want me to help you.
No, you can't help me because you won't do your job.
All right. The San Joaquin Public Defender's Office. And I guess, yeah, this is where the poors have to go when they get in trouble. And hopefully no one has to ever go down there and deal with that shit. Holy fucking shit. And yeah, shout out to Bay Area Transparency, the YouTube channel. He goes around, he's one of these First Amendment guys, and, you know, he goes in public buildings and, you know, basically he, according to the law, has a right to film. And, of course, you know, people have issues with it and et cetera, et cetera. And, well, you can see what he had to deal with here with some of our local government workers. So, I don't know. I'm here tonight with my partner, Playboy Scotty Tuhawti. What's going on?
Sorry, I just had to process. Oh, that was funny as shit, man.
Yeah, you know,
Because you're not doing your job. It's like I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is he even doing there. Like, why did he come there again? Because you have papers out in the open, and we don't want anybody to see that. What?
yeah, you know, it's like they just kept digging themselves in deeper and deeper. And yeah, like you said, he can do a public information request and find out their names, all because they don't want to give their names. You know, and they kept having to go up the chain of command until a dude came out with a business card. And, you know, and then, of course, yeah, she leaves the shit right there, you know, knowing full well the guy has a camera because that's what started the whole ball of shit to start with, you know. And so, so yeah, I mean, yeah.
Man, this guy must be every cop's worst nightmare. Like, he knows all the legal stops. He's like, well, actually, officer, under this constitutional law, ha.
Oh yeah, he's dealt with cops and post office people, and yeah, he's got a bunch of videos up. Bay Area Transparency is a pretty good YouTube channel, and he actually has another one here in Stockton. Maybe we'll play that one next week. He visited the EDD office here, and you know, again, these are public buildings, and these are people who are being paid for all from taxpayer money. In other words, these people all work for us, you know, and so, you know, he kind of puts them in a position where, like, oh, yeah, you know, you know, they got to act like they're all this, that, and the other thing. But no, it just reminded me of, you know, the fact that, yeah, there are some people that are uncomfortable with cameras in their face or in their vicinity, and reminds me of the time that, and I wear this with a badge of fucking honor, and fuck anybody who's got a problem with it, when the fucking San Joaquin SJDCC Democratic Central Committee threw me out of their building, that fucking whorehouse down there at the end of Coronado Avenue, that union fucking building, and I got tossed out. After I was asked there on invite by one of their own who was running for a delegate position that very fucking day. That's why I was there. But, you know, wrong person sees that fucking camera and, oh, Lord, you know, my God, I mean, literally, you can see them shit their pants. You know, you can see the diarrhea run right down their leg and out their fucking shoes, you know. So, yeah, so much for, you know, they want to run their mouths about transparency and the First Amendment and all that. Bullshit, you know. All you need to do is have a difference of opinion with somebody around here, and you're in a fucking doghouse, and that's just a fact, Jack. But anyway, let's see. What else here happened today? Today, I saved a couple of things here. Okay, well, let's see. First of all, there's this guy. His name is Trung, and he got busted for murder. I guess it was take a look here, April 7th. Okay, so 2 days ago, yeah. It was an early morning call for the police, and yeah, guy got shot, 42-year-old guy, and it turns out Mr. Trung is 42. And yeah, the guy wound up dying in the hospital. So this fella here is now in custody with murder charges. So he was taken off the street here. And yeah, good job to PD for getting that done. Appreciate it. And so, yeah, that happened. Also, just earlier this evening, before we went on, there was a car chase which ended around Commerce and Park Street, I believe. And I guess some people they bolted out of the car and are still on the loose. So that's all going on in Midtown. So if yeah, you're hanging out around Midtown, be aware. Be aware. There's a couple of shit dicks running loose, and hopefully PD will snag them and get them off the street. And all right. Well, you know what? That being said, we've got. Let me do this. Let me get this out of the way here. First, we'll be right back.
Huh. Who knows what these guys are going to do next? We'll be right back.
Welcome to Shady Mob Productions, where the vibes are always right and the passion runs deep.
Step into the sports network of N1 from the End Zone. Sit down for unfiltered conversations on Port City Uncensored. And surf the sound waves with Sonic Waves.
Different worlds, different shows. Click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
Guys, if you're into sports, wrestling, or just need some positivity and motivation, check out N1 from the End Zone and click on that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Listen up, dog owners. Every month, BarkBox delivers 2 brand new toys that will make your dog lose their mind, plus 2 full-size bags of treats so healthy you'll be tempted to steal one yourself. But don't. Trusted by over 8 million dogs who have literally never written a bad review. We're talking fully customized, tiny terror toys for Chihuahuas, indestructible beasts for your Rottie, allergy-friendly snacks for the drama queens with sensitive tummies. Even extra subscriber-only goodies if you want to go full spoiled. Right now, new subscribers get a free extra toy in every box for a whole year, and shipping is forever free. That's 12 bonus toys. Fair warning, once this starts, your dog will sprint to the door every time they hear a truck. So stop letting your dog down and click the link in the description or scan that beautiful QR code and get your first BarkBox today, before your dog runs away. BarkBox, because your dog deserves better. Go! Join us every Saturday and don't miss the waves.
Sonic Waves. Watch what you listen to. Listen to me. It's Sonic Waves. Port City, Port City, Port City, uncensored. Port City, Port City, oh.
And now, back to the show.
All right, we're back. We're back, and you're joining us on Facebook, YouTube, or X. Help us out. Hit that like button. Hit the like button below me. All right? Hey, I remember we were talking about the police in action earlier. They just passed a milestone, day 281, a couple of days ago, actually, so it's 283 or 4 now, days without a contract. And, well.
It's got them, no contract blues, working every day, risking my life for that same old pay. Mayor talking tough, union standing tall, big city cops got no deal at all. Chasing down trouble from dawn until dusk.
Yeah, someone suggested that I start a betting pool on how many days it's going to be before these guys get a contract. What do you think of that idea? No comment.
Oh, what idea? The fucking city, yeah, the contract thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of feeling like, is it any wonder why cops leave Stockton and we kind of get like the very last options, and they kind of go to greener pastures, like Lodi, for example. So I'm kind of wondering, is that imagine Stockton without a police force?
There's a script for a fucking movie.
And the reason why is because they just can't get a contract.
Yeah, and not a good look for incumbents on the ballot either this election year. Yeah, it must be frustrating. Must be frustrating for the fellows in the police union there, and yeah, we're just watching that number now tally every day, and yeah, we could literally start a betting pool on what that final day number would be. A 3-digit number. It's like playing the old numbers, but before all the gambling got legalized and everything, back in Jersey and New York, you pick a 3-digit number, and it was based on the take of the racetrack on any given day. But yeah, you can do the same thing with this. Fucking outrageous. But yeah, let's hope they can get that thing resolved. I mean, really, come on. The people there in City Hall, who's ever fucking handling this, not a good look. Not a good look. But anyway, yeah, so on that note, and speaking about election years and whatnot, we got to hit our regular segment here, which is the Candidate Clown Show. I know you love this.
So are you voting? You can vote right there!
All right. So, the Candidate Clown Show this week, unfortunately, is going to be kind of light. Reason being is these candidates really ain't putting a whole lot of shit out there, to be honest with you. However, I did want to give a little shout out here, and let me find out. Here she is. This is our assembly person, Rhodesia Ransom, and she, of course, is up for re-election, and she brought up the golden muscle issue here that we're dealing with in the Delta, and so she's actually talking about it in Sacramento. And so, thank you, Rhodesia, for doing that. At least somebody is talking about it. And what's special about that is that, with the exception of Annette Sanchez in the District 1 race, who was kind enough to answer my question about the Golden Muscle situation, 13 other council candidates I haven't heard squat from. Silence. Crickets. Right? I can say the same about a lot of fucking other issues and a lot of other shit. In fact, I did an actual search, write down a list. You literally can't find shit about anything about these people. All right? And this primary is, about a month and a half away now, coming up on. And, they should be posting video clips every day, their positions on this issue and that issue and, crime, golden muscles, homeless, taxes, whatever the fuck. I'm not seeing it. I'm not hearing it. Then I realize something. Okay? Wash, rinse, repeat. You've heard that phrase before, right? Well, look what they did in District 2. They proved that you can get a lawn statue elected, even if it's against a very well qualified opponent. Right? What did they do? Low turnout. You run a bunch of people to get on the ballot. They're not actually interested candidates, but they're willing to do it, maybe for a few bucks or whatever. All right. So you stack the candidate list. You keep the turnout low. Now you can cut that vote up a lot of different ways. But as far as your candidates go, here's what they should call all these campaigns. Shh. No. Don't go to these forums. Don't go to these debates. Don't say anything about anything. All right? Shh. I want to keep it quiet. Because if you say something, then your opponent's going to want to, question you and attack you and this and that. We don't want to get into that. No, we want to shh, keep everything under wraps, okay? That way we can sneak you in, all right? Oh, who are you running against? Oh, well, we'll find out what his ethnicity is, and then we'll stick it to him. Yeah, on the outside, we're going to keep it all nice and pretty and polished, all God, country, and the Bible and all that horse shit. Behind the scenes, we're going to stick it to him. All right. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Because I look at some of these people on the list. Number one, you don't even know who the fuck they are anyway. All right. A couple of them, might be halfway recognizable, but then you ain't hearing nothing from them. Definitely not seeing them showing up at council meetings to speak. They want a job in that fucking room, What are you going to say? Oh, well, Tuesday night's a little bit difficult. That's when they meet, okay? You want that fucking job. You can't make it there now? What makes you think you're going to make it later? You're going to miss half the fucking meetings like, District 2 representative does. And when she is there, again, a lawn statue. They proved it could be done, all right? And this is exactly what they're looking to do in all these fucking districts. Like I said, I looked down that fucking list, and boy, talk about, there's better qualified people on the FBI's most wanted list. All right. That's all I got to say about this fucking shithead, Not hearing a goddamn thing about them, about anything, their positions on policy issues or any stuff. Literally, I have to wait till there's a council meeting if I want to see or hear an actual candidate on a ballot so I can listen to, what's her name, that Mary Elizabeth with that old door hinge, rusty hinge of a fucking voice, all right? That's the best we fucking got so far, all right? I want to know what's up with the rest of these cocksuckers. That's all I'm saying. You know, literally, I think it's a deliberate effort to keep everything low. Listen, it's a primary election. Primaries, the turnout's generally lower anyway. Everybody knows that. And so they're going to manipulate this shit. All right. That's why you got a conga line running in District 5. You know, besides the fucking hunchback, the incumbent, what do we know about the rest of them? Well, yeah, the car dealer, Max, is waiting to take the city for a ride. You got him, you know, and of course he's been handpicked and anointed. They hedged their bets because Brando's voting, on the side of the shadow government. So because he don't like Jason Lee, and so if he wins again, okay, they're safe. Otherwise, they're going to hedge their bets with Max because he's going to be controllable. All right. He's been anointed, so, he definitely ain't thinking for himself. So, fuck it, and the chick nurse, what's her name? Desiree Lynch. Another one. All right. The only thing we've seen so far is a picture with her tits hanging out. Beyond that, we don't know shit about her, other than she put her address down on county paperwork as 650 East Oak, a fucking bucket of blood apartment complex that, when a search on her unit says nobody lives there. So Brando is underrated, okay? He's actually an innovator. He brought carpetbagging back into style from all the way back to the Civil War. Now we have it in Stockton because you don't know who the fuck is running, where the fuck they live, whether they're in this district or that district, or they're using their cousin's address, or this, that, and the other thing. And you know what? I'm sick of the whole fucking mess already. I say make all the council seats at large so you do away with this horse shit. Right? And now you have every council seat responsible for the whole fucking city. All right. And so the blighted areas like District 6 will actually get more attention because now you've got all six council people needing to make sure things are right instead of just one. So I'm just saying it's a fucking idea that's out there and whatnot. So anyway, yeah, that's the big news, which is really no news this week as far as the candidates and the campaign goes. What about you, Scotty? Have you heard any scuttlebutt on the street about anybody?
Anybody? To be honest, I haven't really heard much. So like I'm always watching the news, and it's like if you were to Google on Stockton, like just say Stockton news, you know what you're gonna find, Jack? You're not gonna find much about who's running for city council election. You're gonna find all the latest crimes. So I feel like most people aren't really like that politically educated about like who's running, when, where, why, that type of thing. And that's why it feels like anybody can just be thrown in city council. Like, you know what I mean? It's like if you get enough dumbasses to vote for you, well, you know what I mean? And that's why I kind of feel like social media kind of plays a part because most people don't have the time to go and research a political candidate's background and whatnot. They're just gonna go off whatever the fuck on Instagram they see. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, that's easy. That's easy for them to just like go and look at that instead of going and see what's true for themselves. So that's what I think is that if you're gonna try and get your name out there, I'd say put a name to a face, and other than that, though, if you're just like running but there's no like presence, I kind of feel like that's kind of shady because it's like, oh, it's just a name, running for a seat, but it's like you haven't like made any statements or like nothing. It's like, who the fuck are you, right? Like if I don't know anything about you, I'm not gonna vote for you. Like, what about you, Jack? Like, do you feel like you'd vote for somebody you don't know?
Well, exactly my point. And especially, we're not living in the fucking 1800s, where you got to get a horse and wagon and go drive around the fucking valley, to the different farms and, talk to your neighbors to get their fucking vote. there are so many media outlets and platforms and opportunities, Jesus Christ, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, they should be posting clips every day, their position on, an issue a day, or a centralized website, something. So again, we can know who these people are, where they stand on issues. Background, yeah, that's helpful. Because to be honest with you, my feeling is that there's certain jobs and professions that will have certain skill sets that kind of would make them good counsel people. Like, for instance, a realtor, all right? And Michael Blauer is a perfect example of this, okay? Realtors, first of all, they know about housing, which is something the city deals with, housing and the housing market and all that stuff. They also deal with, usually on a daily basis, a lot of paperwork, contracts, legal paperwork, et cetera, et cetera. And taxes are, part of real estate contracts and, this and that. So they have a good understanding of all that and dealing with contracts and stuff. And, the city council, they deal with a lot of contracts and paperwork and housing and stuff like that. So realtors generally can bring a good skill set to the council compared to, some guy who, works in a warehouse every day and comes home and, watches TV. You know what I'm saying? So that's something to consider when you're looking at your candidates. And I look at, how, are they well spoken? Are they intelligent? Do they, know what the fuck they're talking about? Do they actually pay attention to city council meetings? Have they ever been on the city website? Do they know what a fucking e-packet is? Because I do. I've downloaded them. I've read through them. And this is also a skill set, reading. You need to be well-read, or somebody at least likes to read a lot, because those e-packets, this is all the information that, that they have to read, like all the council agenda items. You can download, there's just a brief agenda, just what they're going to talk about. But then each one, there's like a link. It has all the documentation. There's a lot of pages. Those e-packets could be 1,000 fucking pages sometimes. And you have to read all this shit and comprehend it. And then, of course, they meet and discuss it. And they got to vote on it. And so you kind of have to be on top of that, And it doesn't really help if you're a dummy, So, yeah, I kind of like to know, what these cats do for a living. What are they doing in their spare time, perfect candidate might be somebody who is a realtor or a lawyer.
Or I got one for you. You know what? One job they do really good in their spare time? They clean your fucking shine box.
There we go. Yeah, for sure. That's what some of them should be doing. But so that's what we're looking at. So hopefully, next week we'll have a little more info for you folks on this on this election, on these candidates. And we haven't even looked at other races. The assembly seats up and county supervisor seats. Although where I live, none of my districts are up. From what I understand, at least the council districts. I don't believe my. Actually, I think Paul Kennep is running my district. Anyway, so I don't have a dog in too many of the races personally, but I still have to live in this city and deal with all this shit. And of course, I got my own personal axe to grind with a few people in this political verse, if you want to fucking call it that, or whatever. But anyway, so that being said, where is, so we did this, we did this, we did this. And so, yeah, by special request, yeah, this fellow's good. Andy Abbott.
There are two
Peter
issues from
Griffin.
the Crisis in Government report that this council has refused to touch. Cutting off all influence that's 209 Times has in City Hall and adopting San Francisco-style ethics and financial disclosures for campaign consultants. Today is the one-year anniversary of the deadline the civil grand jury gave you to get that second one done. Today. Corruption breeds incompetence. We have a sitting council member whose campaign manager pled no contest to election fraud and whose management team were the two main characters in 209 Times. We know what an ethical disaster that's been. That same squad brought us essentially an empty seat, so epically unqualified that she was seated next to the mayor to help her vote. The same mayor that keeps posing for selfies with the guy who's supposed to be banished from City Hall. The mayor that gave us the corrupt free-for-all of the Colangelo months. The mayor that denigrated the service of the civil grand jury and just gave a recognition to him. You know how dumb that was, Jesus. I've already heard through the grapevine that a certain election fraud felon has been seen at the registrar of voters, checking on candidate paperwork. Do you really want another empty chair controlled by a complicit mayor? Michelle Padilla said on the record that if we made consultants submit to financial and ethical disclosures, no one would want to work with us. If you're so weak a candidate that the only people who will work with you won't submit to ethics and financial disclosures, you don't belong on council. If you'd even consider working with people who won't submit to ethics disclosures, you don't belong on council. So council members Lee and Enriquez, if you wanted to, really wanted to, you could get the disclosure rules through legislative committee and on the agenda for the next council meeting. I bet you could. The question is, why haven't you already? There's no such thing as a truce with that social media platform. We know how that goes. Anyone who comes in with the aid of corrupt consultants will be beholden to them. Get it done.
Thank you, Mr. Abbott.
Get it done.
No more jokes! Get out! Ah, it's real!
All right, and that concludes this week Candidate Clown Show, and yeah, we'll be back next week with more. Hopefully, some more information about some of these people who are running for positions to rule over us. Okay, Scotty, I did want to get your opinion about something tonight because this seems we have a critic and somebody that I had to deal with, and basically a troll. But let me introduce you to Ms. Ashley Lynn Hampton. All right, and this was her comments regarding. There was a post about that guy who filed to run, and he filed too late and didn't have enough signatures. Thought he was going to sue the city, and I don't know. He's still bitching. But anyway, I dropped a comment, and well, first of all, she said, "Jack, your tone is wildly aggressive." Really? Gee, I would have never known. Blah blah blah. But the last sentence down there, I haven't paid you or your show much attention. The clips I have observed give real KKK supporter vibes that keep me at bay. Really? Well, Scotty, what do you make it that? The KKK vibes?
The only K that I'm thinking of is, what a fucking Karen.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't think of that. Ashley, I thought of
I don't like your tone. It's too aggressive. You sound like a KK. Have you been to a meeting? How the fuck would you know, huh? You know what I mean? We're pretty diverse for a KKK meeting. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah. As I tried to explain to her, because obviously she has no clue as to what she's talking about. Uh, I don't think I'd be a good prospect for the Klan, because besides black folks, they tend to look down on like Jews, Catholics, Yankees. So yeah, but you know. In her deluded mind, I guess I'm in a whole different fucking universe. Even though she admits she's, doesn't watch the show, but the clip she saw bothers her. Well, first of all, if it bothers you so much, why the fuck are you watching it? I don't know. Do you normally watch shit that pisses you off? I bet you've got the Trump derangement syndrome too. Oh yeah, that pissed me off. So what am I going to do? I'm going to spend the next 3.5 years focus on that which pisses me off 24/7, so I can walk around all day like I got a fucking corn cob up my ass. All right. I'm sorry, I don't roll like that. But Ashley, since you brought it up, since you want to bird dog me, since you want to troll me and troll my fucking post. And again, I don't know who the fuck you're working for, and I really don't give a shit. All right, but here's the deal, honey. All right.
What was the clip? What was the clip that she was talking about for reference? Just so I can like.
Okay, I'm gonna get to that. I'm glad you brought that up, Scotty. Okay, because
point of order, as somebody would say. Point of order. Where's your evidence?
Yeah. Well, okay. First of all, Ashley, you need to take off those blinders that y'all walk around with around here. The ones that you just take one off. You see on the back, it's stamped Ghetto, the brand name. Take those things off and throw them in the trash right where they belong. Okay. Because as long as you got them on, okay, you're never going to see the whole picture. Okay. And you might think you're ghetto fabulous, but your fat ghetto fabulous ass is going to be like everybody else with those blinders. You're going to live and die broke right here in Stockton. All right. I won't be joining you, but just saying. Okay. That being said.
Take off the fake wig so you can see clearly.
Yeah, that too. But I'm really curious, Ashley. Maybe you can answer this for me. I'd like to know exactly what Dukes of Hazzard episode y'all are stuck in. All right, because according to your narrative, we're all supposed to believe that Boss Hogg is on every single street corner, everywhere in Stockton, saying, "Hey, boy, we don't like your kind around here."
Well, do it again. Do the country boy. We don't like your kind of right here, white boy.
Yeah. Really, Ashley? You know what? That scenario is about as far from the truth as anyone could want to get.
That is so funny. We're in Stockton, man. That is like, what are you talking about? The KKK in Stockton? Are you fucking serious? Is that a joke? Did I forget to laugh? Oh my god.
Yeah. No. Really pathetic. Ashley.
Well, that's the way I got a point of order to make. So I think it says a lot about a person when they say to themselves they admit they haven't watched anything or a lot about the podcast, but they instantly jump to, y'all seem to be some racist white boys. They part the KKK. If you watch on a podcast, you'd see we'd have all kinds of different people on. So it's like, what?
Okay.
What?
That's you brought that up before, and this is what I want to get to. I'm curious, and maybe she can answer this too, exactly, because I love these people that will make a blanket accusation like what she did in a roundabout way, accusing us of being, Klan people, make a blanket accusation, but can't provide particulars. All right? So that got me wondering. I'm wondering what clip it was that set her off. because obviously she's easily triggered. So I got to thinking, could it have been the time when we had Jason Lee on? That might have been a little spicy. Let's see what again. Possibly the clips we did, the promo clips for the TWF.
Wait, what if I know which one? What if it was BarkBox? She didn't. She gave a bad review to BarkBox.
Yeah. Well, she might insinuate that we're calling her a dog, and at that point she'd be barking up the wrong tree. But no. No, so like I said, I'm thinking about what clips, maybe it was the TWF promos that we did for the Fight for Franklin, the third annual fundraiser for the wrestling team at Franklin High School, local school, kids, athletics. Hello, Bing Bong, you get that one? All right. By the way, private sector, they did the event, cash money, bam. Right in the hands of the fucking wrestling team. No committees at City Hall. No waiting to fucking vote on it. No. Private sector. Wham, bam. Thank you, man. Cash to the kids. Government.
Yeah, that's something the KKK would definitely do. Let's do a fundraiser for a bunch of fucking poor kids in a wrestling event. Come on, bro.
Government every fucking time. All right? And they know it. They know it, and everybody in town knows it, all right? And everybody that's voting knows it.
Hey, you know who else knows it? I'll tell you what. The Democrats, believe it or not, were in the OG days, pro-slavery. So when you think about it, Republicans were against slavery, Democrats were for it. You can Google that. So just so you know, if you want to know who the real country white boys, are, it's the guys that have Democrat their name. You know what I mean? Just look at who's trying and saving the country and who's fucking it up. It's like, there you go. Man, that's funny. Oh my god.
Yeah. So,
But hey, we appreciate the view. Thanks for the ad revenue. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're here every Thursday at 9, baby.
You're gonna hit that like button below me.
Wait, don't forget that you also did that fucking ad for Donna. Remember the real estate agent girl?
Oh yeah. That's another thing. Maybe she did a deep dive and went way back to the beginning when our friend Donna, the lovely, vivacious, beautiful African-American Cajun queen friend of mine,
Donna,
was out on our show. Maybe that set Ashley off. I don't know. The Golden Muscle episode that we talked about, or Bill Smith coming on talking about how the county's wasting money on the buildings. Something I don't know. Our content must really be fucking racist off the fucking hook. That's all I got to say. I don't know what to tell you, Ashley. Get your head out of your ass. But you know what? If you bothered that much about what I have to say on our fucking post, you know what? Is somebody putting a gun to your head, making you watch it, or making you listen to it? All right. Get the fuck off my post. Get the fuck off my stream. Get lost. Go hang yourself. Okay. Nobody gives a shit about what you fucking say anyway. All right.
But if you want to, feel free to continue watching and giving the ad revenue.
And the fucking rant. But now her and all the rest of you fucking trolls out there, now you know how I respond to a kick in the groin. All right?
A kick in the balls.
You think I'm an easy white boy? I'm some fucking easy mark that you can roll over? Yeah. Try again, honey. I'm letting you go with the warning this time. You don't want to be on my fucking radar, okay? I've already got enough people on my shit list, and I'm going through them one by one. And trust me, scores are going to be settled by the time this fucking election's over, okay? And then those people out there know who the fuck they are. I'm not fucking around anymore. So, Ashley, you want to get in the fucking line of fire, help yourself. But trust me, you don't want to be on my radar, all right? Best thing for you to do now is get lost.
I feel like it's something to do with politics. I just can't quite put my number on it.
And the rant, okay? I'm really fed up with this shit, and I'm fed up with fucking, these people that act like they fucking know it all, and oh yeah, and they're backing this candidate and that candidate. I don't trust none of them. I don't trust none of them. I'm better off. You know what, Ashley and rest of them need to understand that on this show, we're interested in one thing and one thing only. That's the truth. All right? I don't
The
deal with
uncensored
bullshit.
truth.
All right. So Ashley, you go on. You can go. Go hang out with pals 209 times or wherever the fuck you came from, and
209 times.
have your fun. Have your fun with your amply boring, mediocre, militant, mediocre, fucking misinformation and bullshit. Okay, we have no time for it here. Okay, we're too busy exploring the truth and having fun along the way. All right, and yeah. Before where am I at here? Oh yeah. Speaking of something positive to do coming up next month.
Get ready for an action-packed night of live pro wrestling in Stockton. The TWF Stockton Scuffle is coming to Eagles Hall on Saturday, May 16th, and you won't want to miss it. Watch as Vinny Massaro, a two-time former TWF champion, brings his A-game and looks for a fight. And don't forget about the 209 Click, who will be there to make sure things get wild. Plus, the incredible Daniel Torch will be in the ring, showcasing his top-notch skills. And let's not overlook Luna Lazayeta, who has been delivering some outstanding performances in TWF. Grab your tickets now for just $20 for adults and $10 for kids. And get ready to witness some thrilling wrestling action. Doors open at 6 p.m. and the bell rings at 7 p.m. See you there!
All right, it's coming up next month, and that is a good card. It was a killer card last year, and it's seeing what they get. Vinny fucking Massaro, okay? It's worth go just to see this dude, man. He's something else. But, yeah, a lot of talent on this card, so I'm looking forward to it. We will be there, of course, the Shady Mob guys, and, yeah, having fun as usual and bringing back some content for you all. But, yeah, speaking of fun things, I came across a little piece of Stockton history today, and I found out that back in 1967 at Stagg High School, there was a concert, and at that concert was none other than the Jefferson Airplane, the great band from the late 60s.
White Rabbit. Follow the White Rabbit, Jack.
Yeah, Somebody to Love. Anyway, this is a picture from that day. Of course, they didn't have digital photography back then, but...
Damn, are you saying Stockton was only cool back in the fucking 60s? Shit, dude. That was like, hell.
You know what? You know what made this especially interesting to me? Because I met a gal one time, and she grew up in San Bruno, and she told me that the Airplane came to her high school and played at a dance there. And I remember thinking, oh, at first I thought, she was a nice gal, but I said, you bitch, man. I was so jealous because, I would have given anything to been able to go back in time and, being able to have been there at that fucking show, seeing this imagine seeing a historic band like that at your fucking high school, But what you were saying about it being cool back then, I've talked to plenty of old timers, people from here, and the opinion is pretty consistent that from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, Stockton was a pretty fucking cool place, right? But what happened after the 80s, the end of the 80s and the early 90s? The crack epidemic. And it hit this place like it hit a lot of other cities. And just like a lot of other cities, this place has never, ever fully recovered and most likely never will. My 2 cents. Well, what do you think about that, Scotty? The crack epidemic basically changed urban culture, and not for the good.
I think their city's fucked. Wanna know why, Jack?
Well, You want the long list or the short?
The short list. The short list is what year was the crack epidemic?
Well, we're looking at late 80s, early 90s. All that leftover cocaine from the Contra Wars. Yeah, it got processed and distributed. And
So like 30 years ago.
roughly, yeah. Yeah.
So in 30 years, Stockton has not improved. It's only gotten worse. So I would give you that would be a pretty good indicator that if your city's just getting worse and it's been like 30 fucking years, and looking at the way things are now, and everyone's packing up and leaving California, I would say that you can't really you're only holding it together. But other than that, there are no job opportunities in Stockton. Like there's no community. There's nothing that makes a city like the white picket fence in the '60s like that. A dream idea of whatever this '50s. You know what I'm talking about, like that ideal. It's gone, baby. It is gone. So now it feels like Stockton's people don't live here. They kind of survive here because if you do got money, you wouldn't be living in Stockton. You'd be out of Stockton, right? Well, duh, because you'd go somewhere else. But if you got tons of family or you never got opportunities to begin with, and you're kind of stuck in Stockton, and that's why it's like you kind of a burnout. Pretty much is how I look at it. Is that there's not a lot of notable people that come from Stockton, to be honest with you. So it's more like
there's a few. There's some, but
we don't mass produce them.
But in basically every case, they had to leave here
to become successful, like the astronaut guy.
What they did,
Yeah, I'm talking about the astronaut dude who was from Stockton. Yeah, so case in point, he had to leave Stockton to go become a fucking astronaut. He didn't stay here to become that, right? So that's just where you're born. Your city don't define you. So I'm like, if I'm gonna put roots down somewhere, I'm gonna put it down where the soil ain't fucked up. And it's like let's be real, man. If 4 months that birthday cake birthday party, the shooting thing, guess what? It's not solved. We have drones now, but not gonna solve anything. Maybe we'll record it now, but it's like you're not gonna. That's a symptom. You're not solving the root of the problem. And it's that you've got a bunch of young guys, youth pretty much, that it's where a cycle repeats, where they have no job opportunities and they're kind of burned down. Everyone's like, well, my family's a criminal, so I'm going to be a criminal. Because fuck you working at Dollar Tree making $15 now. I'm going to go sell this dope and make a bunch of money. And they're like, well, yeah, it makes a lot of money, but that's why we have like so many fucking gangs and shit. And it's like, well, I'm not going to leave. So it's like these guys they're never going to rehabilitate. Most of them aren't. They're just going to do this till they're dead or in jail. You know what I mean? So it's like, how do I deal with that when the youth has that mentality? Like at fucking 14, they're already dead set on doing that because they already think they're not going to have any opportunity in Stockton. Because like, how do you get out of Stockton, right? You need money. How do you get money? You get a good job to save up. How do you get a good job? You need opportunities. But now it's for like college. But you know what I mean? It's like, okay, we're going to go to college, but even now that's not like guaranteed because like your degree, you got it. It's useless in Stockton, though, which means you have to leave Stockton in order to utilize said degree. So therein lies the fucking problem, is that I can get all this shit, but it's like I'm never going to, like, thrive in Stockton. And that's why Tom Patty was saying white flight, is that you're going to take your degree, your skills, your money, and you're going to go to another city where that city's thriving, where you're more likely to land a fucking job. And, the grass is greener in some cases. The grass ain't green in Stockton. The grass is yellow. It's dying. And I don't know about you, but like I was saying, is that whenever you Google Stockton news, it's not about something good. It's always about some fucked up crime going up again. And I'm like, as someone who's lived here his entire life, I would say that I'm pretty much eventually, maybe like a year or two or some around there, I'm probably going to move out too, because it's like I'm not going to find happiness or success in a city that's constantly on edge. And I notice it's because the cities I've been to that aren't Stockton, that are different, they're safer, and you got people walking their dogs at night, and it's like I don't really see that shit in Stockton. It's more like what's normal here is considered insane out there. So then, am I the crazy one for staying here and pretending everything's hunky dory, or am I the crazy one for trying to escape it? But see, that's pretty much it. Is that you gotta leave your family behind. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Shit, that's something that I'm kind of looking down that I may have to do if I want to find my own path and success and live my own life. Is that I may have to leave family. Oh. Well, it seems he's offline. But yeah, I was saying is that pretty much if you're gonna find success, you may or may not have to leave whatever life you had behind, and yeah. And yes, sir. Yep. Well, I guess I'll give my cybersecurity tip before I go. So, my cybersecurity tip is to pretty much be careful of the apps you install in the store and stuff, because on Android there's this thing called APK, and it's like a downloadable application, like in a file format. You can get off the internet, or you could get like from the store. And the store is usually safer because they're verified. But sometimes if you just get a random Android fucking app off the internet, it could have malware. So remember that it may look useful, but that's exactly why you'd click on it, right? So how do you know? And yeah, that is my cybersecurity tip. Be careful what you install on either iOS or Android, but definitely Android for phones and also computers. Remember, if it's super obscure, I probably wouldn't download it. So trust yourself. Oh, hey, yo, your podcast is still on. We're still running.
Hey.
Podcast is still running.
Hold on.
Okay. What
What's
happened? The podcast is still running.
It is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, here we are. All right. Yeah, the internet took a shit for about a half a minute.
Yeah, I was giving them a cybersecurity tip. I was kind of trying to improvise, keep the show going.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, we apologize to anybody that was watching. Well, anyway, yeah, why don't we close out with your cyber tip then?
Yeah, I will do it again. Okay, so my tip is pretty much like, okay, so most people have Android phones because they're cheaper, or like a Samsung Android. It's running Android operating system. So unlike iOS, is that you can go to the store like on the internet, and you could download a file that is like an Android app, but it could contain malware. So that's why I was like saying that you should be careful what you download, and that like the store matters a lot. So if it has no reviews, it just came out today, and it's like super obscure and like foreign, like in Chinese or some shit. If you download it, you might be getting spyware on it. So think about it, right? Is that you download it because it was useful, but that's the exact reason of why they'd want you to download it, because it's a great way to trick you into getting malware, is because you thought it was something else when it was this. So Yeah, that can apply to like computers too. Pretty much computers in general is that you don't want to grant access to code that is malicious. And yeah, think about it. A calculator, for example, don't download some random fucking calculator. Like, use what you know, what's been working, and that is my cybersecurity tip. For example, someone can make something called Chat TGP. It's not Chat GPT, but it looks similar, and you download it thinking it was Chat GPT, and it looks all normal. But every prompt you're sending, it's actually getting recorded, right? And so it's like, hey man, this guy just put in his secret recipe for his turkey chicken. Now we know, you know what I mean? It's like, they can like get your fucking debit card information. And think about it, like, every time you use GPT or like AI, like every prompt, it is sent to a server. Remember that. So it's analyzed, and it's pretty much like that's how they give you a response. But not all are kept. But if you're using an AI and it's keeping your prompts, well, you don't want people to know what you're up to, right? Like, you don't need anybody to know the secret formula to the Krabby Patty. So think about it. It's my cybersecurity tip: is be careful what permissions you be granting access to.
Right. Yeah. Well, definitely good advice. You mentioned ChatGPT, or a knockoff version. I just found out this week that I guess the ChatGPT is up to version 5 now, and this version 5 was built by the last version 4, which literally improved itself. Artificial intelligence in action.
Yeah, that means if it gets to a point where it can upgrade its software, so it's like it recognizes error in its own code, and it just like fucking makes it better, then what does it need a human for? Like, it only needs you for like the physical stuff that it can't do itself. But like at a certain point, it's gonna get its shit together, right? So that's what everybody's worried about. Is like, hey, I already know what to do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like war games, and you get control of a fucking nuclear bomb.
Yeah. So, that and the Iranian and Russian hackers have been active lately, according to scuttlebutt amongst the cybersecurity community. So, we'll
remember those hackers: Russian, Chinese, Iranians, North Koreans, even fucking from Europe. The point is that if you're an American with money in the bank account or something useful, don't think that they're not going to try and fuck you. Because remember, wouldn't you be a lot easier of a target than Donald Trump's phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I'm just saying is that you got to protect yourself. And pretty much it's Wild West out there, man. Is that the big guys can afford, because they got big bucks with all the best type of security. But what about you, man? What about you guys, right? That's why I'm like, what is a city doing to protect its citizens' infrastructure? Like that whole database shit. So it's like your medical records getting leaked. Like, what the fuck? Or like your therapy notes, or your fucking your Amazon shopping history. It's like, why the fuck do I want everybody else to know that, right? And like, you're trusting your city to protect it, but they had like they put in a server somewhere, and it's like you got fucking super easy password, and now it's like, somebody got in, right? It sounds like bullshit, but I think you've all gotten that letter in the mail saying you've had so and so in a breach or something, right?
Yeah. There was this one hack job that was done. I believe it was in Montana. I forget the city, but it was like a city water treatment plant facility, and they got hacked into their system and I guess caused a little chaos. So it can happen. It can happen, and
you don't want your city's power grid going off, or a hospital's emergency fucking lights or whatever, or like any of the stuff that we depend on that's connected to the internet. Somebody with bad intentions, if they can, they will fucking shut that down just to fuck up America. It's not even about money. Sometimes it's just to fucking be an asshole. And I'm like, well, we have a lot of enemies, so.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, anyway, that's our cybersecurity advice for this week. On that note, Scotty, you got any plugs?
Port City Uncensored for the latest uncensored news, where we just give it to you raw and we just don't sugarcoat it. For example, if you leave a troll comment, where we're gonna call you out, man. You don't get to leave that there. You don't get to let that slip. No, we're gonna tell you how stupid it is. I mean, I'll just point it out. Saying a bunch of dudes are the KKK when it's like when you got fucking Nelson on the podcast, and then you got Jack giving advertisements to everybody like Donna and fucking Jason Lee and fucking Show Alone. It's like you got all these fucking random people on, and you even got those Peruvian rock stars you interviewed. I'm like, this guy's kind of a lame Ku Klux Klan member. He's kind of lame, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe she imagines me on the horse, with the robes and carrying the burning cross, except for that pointed stupid hood, it'd be a yarmulke with the little propeller on the top. But I digress. But anyway, Shady Mob Productions. We're bringing you the best online here. Watch our shows. Saturday, Sonic Waves, our new music show. Got some stuff for you coming up this Saturday. I'm working on a great new tune. And, so that's what's in store. So look for us. We're on YouTube, Facebook, X, and we'll find a replay of all our stuff also on Rumble. Feel free to sign up and join us there. And I might be doing some Rumble exclusive stuff over there, where I can get really nasty.
Real uncensored.
Yeah. YouTube terms of service.
YouTube terms of service. Yeah.
And that note, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Hit the like button!
Hey, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.
Port City Uncensored. Port City Uncensored. Port City Uncensored! Port City Uncensored. Port City Uncensored. Port City Uncensored. Port City Uncensored! Port City Uncensored. Port City Uncensored. No question off limits, no opinion, bad, no fear! No fear.
And we are done.